大家好，欢迎来到我的频道。Welcome back to Chinese with Rida. Today we are going to learn the second part of lesson 6. In the first part, we covered quite a bit of logic behind shouqi and dongxi to using the modal verb xiang to express what we want to do. Now, on that foundation, we are going to dive even deeper in the rest of the lesson's content. Make sure you have your notes ready from the first half because we will be using some of those patterns again. Let's get started with our next set of vocabulary and text. Now let's dive into the vocabulary part first. Our first word is very important verb chur, eat. You must have noticed that the mouth radical on the left side. It literally shows you are using your mouth to eat. You can say chur fan, which means to eat meal. Fan meal. Next, how chur, tasty or delicious. If we add hun, which means very, before chur, it means how chur, very delicious. In Chinese logic, if it is good to eat, we say how chur. So you will use this quite often when you try Chinese food. Next, one fan, dinner. One means evening or late. So your evening meal is dinner. 吃完饭 to eat dinner. Next one we have 米饭. 米饭. This specifically refers to the white steamed rice you see in a bowl. Remember in China, 米饭 is the soul of almost every meal. Now let's move to the next word, which is a location word, 那边. 那边, there. When you want to point to something away from you, you say over there. For example, the restaurant is 那边. The restaurant is over there. Next one is 怎么. 怎么. It is used before a verb to ask about the method. For example, 怎么吃, how to eat. 怎么吃. Next word is 包子. 包子. These are the fluffy steamed buns with fillings inside. They are very delicious. Next one is 坐. 坐. It literally means to sit, but here we use it for transportation. So if you sit in a car or bus to go somewhere, you use the verb 坐. So it is translated as take or travel by. Next one is 非常. 非常, very or extremely. This is an intensifier. 非常 is stronger than 很. If something is really good, we can say 非常好, very good. Finally, we have the word for taxi, 出租车. 出租车, taxi. Now that we finish learning our all vocabulary. Now let's look at the textbook text. 星期天我们去哪儿吃晚饭？我还想去西安饭店，那边的包子非常好吃。我想吃包子。妈妈，我想吃米饭，不想吃包子。好的，我们怎么去？坐出租车去。Now let's read it again. 星期天我们去哪儿吃晚饭？我还想去西安饭店，那边的包子非常好吃。我想吃包子。妈妈，我想吃米饭，不想吃包子。好的，我们怎么去？坐出租车去。The language point we are going to learn today is serial verb. Lian Dong Chu serial verb sentences consist on two or more verbal phrases in the predicate. It typically expresses two types of meanings. Let's say number 1, indicating the purpose of an action. For example, 我想去超市买东西。我想去超市买东西。I want to go to supermarket to buy things. Here, 去超市 and 买东西 are two verb phrases placed right next to each other. The first phrase represents the action itself, and the second phrase expresses the purpose of that action. Unlike in English, you don't need to use a word like to connect these two phrases. You simply say them one after another. It's the same logic for our next example. 我们去西安饭店吃完饭。我们去西安饭店吃完饭。We go to the Xi'an restaurant for dinner. Xi'an Fan Dian. Fan Dian means restaurant. We will learn that in the future. Here, Chu Xi'an Fan Dian and Chi Wan Fan. These are the two word phrases joined together and you can use them directly to express your purpose. Just placing the target action immediately after the movement. This is a great feature of Chinese grammar and it is very direct. As long as the sequence of events makes sense, you can stack the phrases to show exactly why you are going somewhere. Next, let's look at the second way to use a serial verb sentence, indicating the manner of an action. This is where the first verb phrase tells us how the second action is being performed. For example, 我们坐出租车去西安饭店. We take a taxi to the Xi'an restaurant. 坐出租车 take a taxi. In this sentence, 坐出租车 and Xi'an Fandian are two verb phrases placed right next to each other. The first phrase describes the manner of the trip, taking a taxi, while the second phrase describes the action itself, which is going to the Xi'an restaurant. Let's look at another example. 他坐出租车去超市。他坐出租车去超市. He takes a taxi to the supermarket. Here, 坐出租车 and 去超市 are also the two word phrases joined together. Again, the first part tells the manner you are traveling by taxi, and the second part tells the main action going to the supermarket. It's a very logical way to build a sentence. You just state how you are moving and then state where you are going. Today, we are going to learn a very important word that will help you ask for directions, methods, and ways to do things. The word is zanma. Zanma. In English, we translate this as how. When we want to ask about the manner or method of an action, meaning how something is done, we use zanma. Let's look at the first sentence. You can read after me. 我们怎么去? 我们怎么去? How do we go? Or we are taking a bus, or we are taking a taxi, or we are just walking. So use zanma to find out the transport method. Now look at the second example. 他怎么去超市? 他怎么去超市? How will she go to the supermarket? 超市 supermarket. Again, notice the position. Zanma, how. Zanma comes right before chu, which means to go. It asks for the specific way she gets to the store. Now let's try to build some our own thing about other verbs we know. For example, to say shuo shuo. To say, we say shuo shuo. You want to know how to say a word in Chinese? You can ask zanma shuo. Zanma shuo, how to say zanma shuo. Do you see the pattern? Just put zanma before the action and you can ask about any method. In today's lesson, you have mastered how to talk about where you are going, how you are getting there, what you are eating, and even how to ask for a phone number. That's all for today. I will see you in lesson 7. Thanks for your learning with me today. Zai Jian.